So this is a message to the globe cult religion. I've been consistently watching this unfold, observing it, researching it. Enough now to have a fairly good handle on what is actually going on here. And I'm talking about the human element of this game. So it's obvious people are starting to crack under the weight of it, and that's fine. Take a break. Whoever, you know who you are, take a break. I'm more talking about people in America, and just to be clear, there's some people losing their being for whatever reason. Seems like this is getting bigger and bigger, and there's a lot of damage control going on. So this is directed at the leaders, because these politicians, scientists, system implementers, bankers, is Earth theirs? Are we in their world? Who owns Earth? Whose is it? Who does it belong to? Everyone here. Are we? Is this our life? Is life? Are you owned? Who owns you? Are you a product of your environment? Is your life really yours? Where you are, do you know yet what's going on? Do you realise that every aspect of your life is controlled besides what's going on inside you? They're trying to infiltrate that too. They're trying to get in your head. They're trying to get at you whatever way you can. When you think, oh, I'd like to travel, I'd like to go somewhere, you need a passport, you need money. I can't help but not tiptoe around the dramatic reality and realisation that you see we're in some kind of zoo, containment. We don't know where we are. We just all went to school and now we're all waking up. We believe now we can see it. Our eyes are open, our minds are open, our hearts are open. Everything still works. We've stood to attention. And it's, let's put it back on them. Like, who do these world leaders, the governments and the systems, then the television, I don't watch it anymore, but I saw it enough to know that it plays this game of like unemployment, and then people who milk the system, and then they get people in a situation where they go into these job centres, job clubs, put them through resume writing routines. You have to apply for a certain amount of jobs to even get the benefit. I discovered that some of the jobs we were applying for don't even exist. It's just like fake websites. Look into it. I've discovered a lot over the past 4 or 5 years, especially because the system is broken. It still works somehow because money isn't real. It's just numbers being shuffled around. It's a digital computer. That is the simulation. The digital computer simulated world. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean a tree's fucking like there's some supercomputer somewhere going and a tree or that plant in the background is being made by my computer. I'm looking at a computer now, talking into it. It's a conduit that, I don't fully, anyway, I don't want to get into that. The real point of this video is we are standing up. We all, I'm talking Earth, every nation, every citizen, every person here now, I'm asking you the question directly, have you got it in you to say, this matters enough to me, for me as a person, a sovereign person, to stick my neck out a little bit and speak up about this? What is happening here is absolutely appalling. It's disgusting. And for those of us who stand and go along with it after the fact of knowing that we're being lied to, that how many people have been slaughtered to install this globe cult religion of lies and deception, and lie to an entire species and tell them that they're in a universe that's expanding, and take their minds into realms of fuck knows what. It's time for that to stop. You need to come back, pull back. It's okay. It's okay to feel whatever you feel. It's understandable. But do something about it. If you've got to speak out, a good friend of mine said, be careful around your social circle. You don't want to have all these divisions and people like looking at you like you're crazy or you've lost your bean. That's not going to do you any good. Tell who you need to, but broaden the scope. Be active in your own way. Drop it in here and there, but just be careful in your own inner sanctum. You need equilibrium, you need balance. You don't need people chipping away at you, trying to put their little spin on it. You know what's what, you know what's up. Back yourself. This is how we have to fight. This is how we have to, with our sword and our shield, temper the situation. And I know it's big, but if we don't do anything, and we don't call to attention and stand up, what about your children? I don't have kids. I know if I had kids, I'd be worried. And I'm not trying to scare anyone, but we know how it rolls. Look at they lie, they cheat, they steal, they'll do whatever to hold humanity down. Certain people throughout history, it seems, have reached their full potential and capacity. Isn't that what it's really about? Like reaching your full capacity, reaching your full potential, having avenues, having opportunities, not going into these indoctrination systems with all these qualifications and then coming out and the only option is you're flipping burgers or cleaning, cleaning up. There's more to us than that. Somebody has to do it. I've done it. I've been through that rite of passage. So, I'm getting older. I'm 41 now. It's time for progress. It's time to start graduating. I've played it their way. I kept my mouth shut. I went along with it. It didn't get me anywhere. It's a hierarchy. It's well established. They know what they're doing. They've got their books. They've got their Bible. People's faith is being hijacked. Spirituality is deception. You have a heart. It's obvious. You have consciousness. It's obvious. Bring it together. That's where your power is. Plug back in to your own source. It's not external. It's all happening. It all begins and ends in you, with you. Don't let this just roll and pass and not do anything about it. In whatever way you can, do something. The more of us who do that, the better. We need to stand, and we can't stand for this and tolerate it and go along with it anymore. Enough's enough. Get that mantra going. Enough's enough. Enough with the lies. Enough with this feeling that we are powerless. That is the biggest lie of all. We're owned by money. At the end of the day, this is what we need to address. It divides and separates everyone and everything. Everyone knows it. I'm not against anybody who has it and has worked hard. Good on you. Fucking oath. But there's a bigger question being asked now that goes beyond the physical and the material constraints. If you want to live your delusion, go ahead. You want to keep your head down, go ahead. Those of us who know that it's bigger than all that, back yourself. Do something about it, please.